Okay. Hello, everyone. My name is Isobel Stanley. I'm a PhD student in the UCD School of Public Health, and I'm looking at food systems policy in Ireland. So we looked at the first part of my project was to look at Irish fruit and vegetable imports, and we're looking at fruit and vegetable supply and where we import the most part of our fruit and vegetables from. So we know that fruit and vegetable consumption is good for both human and planetary health. Fruit and vegetables are an important part of a healthy diet and an important source of vitamins, minerals, fiber, and they provide multiple benefits and protect against non-communicable diseases, including cardiovascular disease and certain cancers. In 2017, 3.9 million deaths globally were attributable to insufficient fruit and vegetable intake. But fruit and vegetables consumption also plays a role in environmental health. Diets that are higher in fruit and vegetables are widely associated with increased sustainability. Furthermore, the production of fruit and vegetable plays a role in land use, water pollution, and biodiversity. Yet Ireland is falling behind on all of these environmental progress indicators, according to the Environmental Protection Agency's 2020 report. So what makes up the fruit and vegetable supply in Ireland? As a small, open economy with a mild climate, Ireland is heavily reliant on imports for fruit and vegetable supply. And imports for fruit and vegetables have steadily increased over the last 60 years as domestic production has decreased. In 2020, 890,000 tonnes of fruit and vegetables were imported. This represented a 42% increase in total fruit and vegetable imports compared to 1992. So here's a selection of the main fruits and vegetables we import. This is the results from 2020. So it's mainly a lot of it tropical fruits, field vegetables, apples, and soft fruits. So we import 11% of bananas, 6% oranges, bananas were 11% of total fruit and vegetable imports. Oranges and mandarins were 6%, potatoes 18%. Apples 5%, and soft fruit 6%. Seasonal imports of fruit and vegetables that can be grown domestically 9% of total imports. So the FAO food balance sheets estimate the total amount of fruit and vegetable available for human food before food waste. This data includes fruits, vegetables, and their derivatives after processing, for example, juices and prepared vegetables. It is, of course, important to remember that supply does not mean that it's available to the entire population. Due to perishability, waste and loss of fruit and vegetables throughout the food supply chain is generally high. 40 to 50% of fruit and veg globally is lost or wasted. The EPA estimated that food waste in Ireland in 2019 amounted to 1 million tonnes, not including waste from primary production. And the 2019 estimates for fruit and vegetable supply in Ireland were 417 grams per person per day. This was lower than the European, which was 526 grams per person per day, and globally there's 607 grams per person per day available. On the left, we can see the main types of fruit and vegetables available in Ireland. We were restricted to the FAO categorization, but we can get an idea of the main vegetables supplied in Ireland. A lot of them are tropical fruits that can't be grown in Ireland, so naturally we have to import a lot of these. As climate changes and shocks become more extreme, fruit and vegetable yields will be impacted by higher temperatures, drought, extended rainy seasons, and increased crop loss. To assess how future-proof the fruit and vegetable supply is, it is important to understand how vulnerable import countries are to climate disruptions. To assess the climate vulnerability of countries we import our fruit and vegetables from, we use the Notre Dame Global Adaptation Initiative scores. These scores are based on vulnerability indicators across sectors with 3 component domains: exposure component, sensitivity component, and an adaptive capacity component. For example, for food, these indicators are projected change of cereal yields, projected population changes, food import dependency, rural population, agriculture capacity, and child malnutrition. So the Notre Dame Global Adaptation Initiative monitors and analyzes 45 indicators for 191 countries, and they do this to assess climate change related vulnerabilities and also countries' readiness for improvement. Ireland ranks 21 on the global in the global Notre Dame global ranking. They describe Ireland as having low vulnerability to climate change and a high level of readiness and well positioned to adapt. However, Ireland imports fruit and vegetables from a total of 205 territories across the world, and these countries that we'd import from differ in vulnerability. Using the Notre Dame scores, we created tertiles of vulnerability to categorize Ireland's import countries. So we had 3 categories: low vulnerability, moderate vulnerability, and high vulnerability. You can see on the map here, a lot of the countries we import from are either moderate or moderately or highly vulnerable. Seven of the 20 countries providing more than 1% of Ireland's total fruit and vegetable imports are classified as vulnerable. In 2021, 22% of total fruit and vegetable imports came from countries classified as climate vulnerable. This is a 44% increase in total tonnes compared to 2001. The largest proportion of imports come from European countries, in particular Spain, the Netherlands, and Great Britain. But a lot of our fruit and vegetables, as I said before, come from moderate to highly vulnerable countries. So 98% of the bananas we import come from climate vulnerable countries. 83% of onions, 57% of oranges, 44% of leeks and garlic, and this is a surprising finding, but 16% of apples. So when considering the future of fruit and vegetable supply in Ireland, policies should consider and address the vulnerability of the countries supporting the supply chain and the sustainability of increasing domestic production. Strategies to address the vulnerability of the Irish fruit and vegetable supply could include investment and research into horticultural expansion in Ireland, but also importantly, collaboration and investment into the mitigation of climate change in agriculture in climate vulnerable countries. To move towards more sustainable and equitable food systems, there is a need for harmonised data to provide a clear picture of the current system and to monitor changes and evaluate policies. We're missing a lot of these data in Ireland. Although we have a lot of data from the FAO and the CSO, these data don't link up, so it's difficult to make comparisons across the country, across time and across variables. Thank you very much for listening. If anyone would like to has any questions, please don't hesitate to contact me on my email there. Thank you.